You have been told the standard advice: save for 40 years and retire at 6. Let us be honest, that is not a blueprint, it is a life sentence. But what if I told you the financial system has strategies that savvy people use to retire in just a fraction of that time? In this video, I am not sharing theory. I am giving you the exact 5-year blueprint that I used to reach financial freedom, the one they definitely do not teach you in school. And no, this is not about getting lucky with a hot stock tip. It is a repeatable system. In the next few minutes, I am going to break down the 3 core pillars of this blueprint. This is not some vague, fluffy advice. This is the exact, aggressive framework that took me from financial uncertainty to complete financial independence in 5 years. We are going to challenge the slow, conventional path and replace it with a strategic, high-velocity plan. The goal is not just to retire, it is to buy back your time decades of it. The financial advice most people get is designed to be safe, slow, and keep you in the workforce for as long as possible. Save 15% of your income, they say. But if you do the math, that rate pretty much guarantees you a 40-year career. The problem is not your income. It is the outdated blueprint you are using. The system I am sharing flips that timeline on its head, focusing on intense, front-loaded effort so you can achieve freedom way faster. Let me show you how this works in the real world. Meet Alex. When Alex started, they had an average salary, student loans, and a car payment. Retirement felt like a far-off dream. But by applying this blueprint, Alex reached financial independence in just 60 months. Here's how. First things first, we threw out the idea of good debt. Debt, especially the high-interest kind, is a wildfire in your wallet. While conventional advice has you making minimum payments forever, we adopted an aggressive payoff strategy. Alex used the Avalanche method, focusing every spare dollar on the loan with the highest interest rate first, while just covering the minimums on the rest. This method saves you the most money in interest over time. Instead of slowly chipping away at $40,000 of debt over a decade, Alex was able to clear it in under 2 years. Now, that timeline depends on your income, but the strategy is what matters. This step is absolutely non-negotiable. Paying off debt frees up your single most powerful wealth-building tool, your income. This is where the plan gets radical. The goal was for Alex to save over 50% of their income. That probably sounds impossible, but it is about making strategic surgical cuts, not just skipping a few lattes. We focused on the 3 biggest money pits: housing, transportation, and food. Alex downsized their apartment for a year and started negotiating every single recurring bill from their cell phone to car insurance. But the biggest game changer was ditching a costly car payment by buying a reliable used car with cash. At the same time, Alex started a freelance side business to boost their active income. This 1-2 punch of ruthless expense cutting and income growth created a massive gap between what Alex earned and spent. Surplus became pure investment fuel. Aggressive saving does not mean much if your money is just sitting on the sidelines. Since early retirees have a much longer time horizon, we could be talking 50+ years in retirement. The portfolio needs to be geared for growth, not just preservation. First, Alex maxed out tax-advantaged accounts, like a 401k and a Roth IRA. The employer match on the 401k is literally free money. And the Roth IRA allows for tax-free growth and withdrawals in retirement. After that, all the extra savings went into a simple, low-cost index fund and a standard brokerage account. This taxable account is critical. It acts as a bridge fund to access your money before the traditional retirement age of 59.5. Without the penalties you would typically face for early withdrawals on accounts like a 401k, the strategy is not about complicated day trading. It is about consistently funneling huge amounts of cash into broad market, growth-oriented investments. After 60 months of intense focus, the results were life-changing. Alex was completely debt-free. Their investment portfolio had grown to the point where the passive income it generated could cover their new, streamlined living expenses. Just as importantly, Alex built a cash reserve to cover 3 years' worth of living expenses. This cash buffer is what makes you resilient. It ensures you never have to sell your investments during a market downturn just to cover your bills. This freedom also provides the resources to plan for major future costs, like healthcare, long before Medicare kicks in. Alex was not just retired, they were financially secure. Look, this blueprint is not easy, but it is simple. It all boils down to those three pillars. 1. Get rid of your debt with total focus. 2. Create a massive gap between your income and expenses. 3. Invest that surplus aggressively for long-term growth. This is the path they do not teach because it requires a level of discipline that is uncomfortable. But the reward is worth it, a lifetime of freedom. To help you get started, I have distilled this entire strategy into a one-page blueprint PDF. It is the same checklist I used, and it is completely free. Click the link in the description below to download your copy and start building your own 5-year plan.